This Could Get Dicey is a Dungeons & Dragons podcast about dudes being bros. What adventures will they get into? Only time will tell. Like the name suggests, this podcast could get dicey. Content warnings can be found in the episode description.
Hello, and welcome to This Could Get Dicey, a D&D podcast where a group of buds get to unwind from their 9-to-5s and step into the world of Drew Gala. My name is Destiny Nieto, I play Loomis Bjorn, and before things get a little too dicey, I just like to say it's a beautiful day to finally have your appetite back after being sick for a few days.
Yes!
Let's
Yes,
go.
that first meal post-sickness hits so hard.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I was hungry.
What was your first meal back?
Well, I had like little bites here and there of assortment of things, but I think my first meal where I was like, okay, I feel like I'm enjoying this, I'm absorbing all the nutrients, was frozen lasagna.
Nice.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
I love a frozen casserole. I love a frozen lasagna.
Yeah.
I love casserole so much. I would eat a casserole every night if I could.
Hell yeah.
I wouldn't, but that's great.
How are you after we went out to eat on Sunday? Did you eat anything when we went out to eat?
I had a few fries. Like, I think I had like under 6 fries, which the fact that I can count how many fries I had is a travesty because I fucking love potatoes. But yeah, no, I barely ate. I had like a bite of a sandwich and then those 6 fries. But yeah, no, feeling much better. I was quite sick this past weekend. I think I got like a stomach bug or mild food poisoning. I still don't really know, but it wasn't a fun day.
That's rough. That's really, really rough.
But glad to be back.
Welcome
Maybe
back.
you're just like, maybe your body is, maybe you're part Saiyan, because whenever Saiyans get brought to the brink of death, whenever they heal, they are like way stronger.
Yeah,
So,
I'm not gonna lie, I thought about that too.
There's that episode where Vegeta just like, Krillin, blast me. He's like, blast me in the stomach. And he like almost kills him and then he eats a sensu bean and he comes back and he's even stronger. That
Yeah.
shit's
Even
crazy.
stronger.
That's how I
Fucking
felt.
awesome, dude.
I ate a lot of lasagna, and usually I can't eat that much lasagna.
That's like your sensu bean. Your sensu bean is lasagna.
Hi, my name is Alex Villarreal. I play Ellis Vindove, and it's a beautiful day. I was going to talk about the pie I made, but we talked about pie once already. We already had a pie section. So I'm going to say, I did make a pie, but we'll talk about that later, I guess. It's a beautiful day to perform live music. Wow.
Hell yeah. It was a great
Becky and
time.
Becky and I
Destiny, why
couldn't
don't you?
go. It was not a good situation over here in my house.
I was also sick.
How was it, Destiny?
Yeah, how was it, Destiny?
You can be honest.
Alex, take off your headphones. No, I'm just kidding. It was great. It was great.
sure
It
it
was
was
so much
awesome.
fun. I think I've only seen you perform like once before, and technically you were a cover band that night. I think the first
Oh,
time.
dude, and we sounded so bad that night because right before I went on to play, fun fact, I used to be in a band, and every Halloween, we would do cover sets. And one year, it was the last cover set we ever did, and we did Motion City Soundtrack, and I was super stoked because they're one of my favorite bands, and we practiced really, 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 really hard. And right as the band before us ended, my mom, bless her heart, had no idea what I was doing. Texted me, she's like, "Hey, don't want to bum you out, but just want to let you know your grandpa died." And I was just like,
man.
"Oh, okay." And then I like immediately got on stage and I was like, "I'm on fire."
Yeah, and then sing like really depressing songs.
Yeah.
Oh god.
But flash forward 6 years, and I've returned to the gig life for, oh man, one night only maybe. I don't know. We'll see how much I get peer pressure into doing this some more.
No, it was so much fun.
Wouldn't it have sucked if your mom had texted you with bad news again?
She's like, you gotta stop.
Why did she text you that news? Everyone, pick up the phone and call someone if you have news to deliver, okay? Stop texting bad news.
So you can decline it, I guess, yeah.
My dad just did the same thing. He texted me bad news that our family cat, it's not the same, but our family cat of like 18 years died the other day. And I was like just about to like do my job. I was like hyping myself to work. And then he just texted me and I was like, oh.
My dad will do that too,
Okay.
but it'll be like 2 p.m. when you're already like not feeling it anymore. And then you're just like, okay, why do I keep working?
My dad does the same thing.
Hey, dads.
Hey,
Hey,
dads.
dads out there.
My mom,
Pick up
however,
the phone.
yeah, my mom, however, will text me like, "Hey, can I call you? I need to tell
No, I
you
don't.
something."
That's
I'm like,
what
"Oh
my-
my god,
that's
that's
what my
even
dad
worse."
No, I don't like that
That's
either.
actually worse. And then they're just like, how's it going?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, "Hey, this thing from your childhood, do you want it?" I'm like, "What?"
Yeah. My dad is one of the adults that uses like a lot of ellipses.
Oh,
So it'll be
no.
like, call me when you get a second, ... And I immediately drop everything I'm doing. And he's like fucking 5 Lone Stars in. He's like, ¿Qué pasó, son? How's it going?
Wait, did you all? So, with all the news with Trump coming out on Twitter, everyone was like, "Hey, be sure to like call or text your MSNBC parents today," and like this is like their Christmas. And then there was a
Yeah.
bunch of people like getting texts from their dads on like who watch MSNBC and being like, "Great, like." Blah blah blah, whatever. Like democracy's safe. Yeah, my dad sent me an all caps text that was like, "Trump found guilty on all accounts. Democracy saved. Another day. Liberty and freedom for all." I was like, all caps. I was like, oh, okay.
We have nothing
Jari?
else to work on. We did it.
I want to call your dad and see where he buys his veils. And I'm going to buy one of those veils and put it over my head.
Hello, I'm Kenny Chilton, and I'm playing Emil Mazak, and it's a beautiful day to use a fly swatter effectively.
Ooh.
Oh
Do y'all have one
How
around?
many
no.
How many you get?
Oh my gosh, so many. We have so many flies in our house. You may see some fly through my camera. They're very distracting.
I don't. What's up with your house and flies, Kenny?
I mean, the windows are really old. We're out here in the country. I don't know. We got a lot of nature around us.
In the
That one
country.
time I was watching your house. I really downplayed how bad the flies were that one time.
Yeah.
It got a little jarring. I thought something was like dead outside the window, but I don't know what happened.
No, it
but
just gets like this. I think they like live in the walls or something.
I got
Anyway,
them
I think
under
I'm
control.
getting like a flashback. Maybe we've talked about flies already on the pod, but I specifically I've killed like a bunch with a fly swatter in the last few days. But specifically, this one moment where I like saw the code of the Matrix. I like swung at a fly in midair, and it got stuck in between two of the little slots, and it's like little wings were flapping, but it was stuck in there. And I was like,
You're
"You dumb
swinging.
idiot! Yeah, like swung at it in the air. Like, you stupid idiot! You're
I am
dead."
God.
Yeah, it felt
Um,
awesome.
I'd tell you to get a cat, but one of my cats will chase a fly for, I don't know, half an hour, and then finally like nail it, and will like have it on the floor and be holding it down with its paw, and just like stands there for a little bit, and then moves her paw, and the fly flies away. And she's like, "Okay, cool." And I'm just like, "You were right there."
I have a super old dog who does that unsuccessfully already, so it's okay.
One of my favorite videos of my dog is her chasing a fly and face planting into her own food bowl to get it. It's very good.
Oh,
Aw.
Croft.
She was fine. She didn't get it, but she's fine. It's a very good video. Hello, my name is Becky Schmader, and I'm the game master for This Could Get Dicey. And it's a beautiful day to finally paint a mini that's been sitting on the shelf waiting to be painted for quite some time now.
Which one of us was it?
Oh, no.
Oh my god.
Well,
Oh, no. No, it was a beholder that I've had painted. It was like one of the early prints I did, because it's from a pack I bought from like 2 years ago almost, probably. So it's been sitting on the shelf for quite some time, and I finally painted it, so.
God, it feels so good to pick a project up that you abandoned. Not the same, but in a couple weeks, when I'm like on summer vacation, I started fixing my attic door about 2 years ago, and I never finished it. So the attic door like half works. I have to use a ladder to get up there. There's just like a big hole in my ceiling upstairs where the attic door is. I'm so excited. It's not the same as painting a mini, but like the satisfaction of getting that anxiety off of my chest of this project being unfinished. Whew. I'm so excited.
Wait, so you don't have a door? Like there's nothing covering your attic?
There's a door and it swings down. But the ladder, I have to cut the ladder to fit the height of the hallway. And then also there's no trim. So there's just like, you can see into the attic. And it's also really bad for energy efficiency.
And
really
ghosts.
And right, ghosts are just coming in and out all the time.
Ghosts and ghouls and phantoms and monsters.
Right.
Yeah, miniature painting causes a lot of anxiety. We call it like our piles of shame, or we need to, or need to. There's a miniature painter I've watched, and he says find some time to slay the gray.
Oh, right. That's good.
Like,
I love
and
that.
sometimes I'm like, I should really paint this week. I go watch one of his videos. I'm like, it's time to slay the gray. Let's go. But yeah, because it's just like your pile of shame of like, you like buying minis and printing minis, and then they sit there. So yeah, it felt good to finish this one, and I put it on on my painted shelf, and then below is the shelf of unpainted minis of about 50 minis at least.
Mm-hmm.
They were unpainted, so it was only a slight bit of reprieve, but nice no less.
Hell yeah.
I mean, hey, it's better than nothing.
Yes, no, it was like, well, that's one less.
Time is linear. One day you'll have them all. One day the shelf will be empty. No, probably not.
Nah,
I'm gonna print some more.
I don't think
No.
so. There's a lot of resin out there.
And you still got those Warhammer fools too.
Yeah.
Yes.
You bought a Warhammer pack. What are you doing?
I'll stop DMing. Goodbye, everyone. I have 70 little guys to paint.
Jeez.
Amongst other little guys
others.
to paint. That's just 70 guys from one box.
It's the tip of the iceberg, yeah.
You should just dip them all in just like blue, and then just call them like, this is the blue gang. They're the blue boys. They're the big bad evil boys.
I don't like that.
Okay.
But thank you for your offer.
You're gonna just start like painting while we're recording.
Oh my gosh, yeah. When we're like
Well-
going off on our little chats.
I thought about that. Not for us, but whenever I was playing Kenny's campaign, I thought about painting during sessions, but then I wasn't sure if that'd be rude.
Fuck
I
you,
wouldn't.
Kenny.
I wouldn't have cared.
Oh, well, good to know.
I'm watching baseball right now. Like it's fine.
Are we winning?
No. I'm not actually watching baseball right now. That would be super rude.
Do you have the
I
score
would never
up?
do that. It's 3-1, bottom of the ninth, and there's 2 outs. The Turkish made an error.
So
to
you're
keep
like,
the
I mean,
Rangers alive.
As far as baseball goes, you are watching it, because I feel like that's all you need. Okay, you actually are watching it. I thought
have
you
it
just
on
had
in the
like the
background.
live score.
I have it on in the background.
Okay, y'all ready to play some Dungeons and Dragons?
Strike
Take
3.
me out to the
Yeah.
I'm gonna just turn on a sports game too. Last we left off, our adventurers took the rest of the day to amble about the town and spend some time there, each taking some space to dwell on what they've learned so far and taking the world around them a bit more. Loomis meditated and made an illusion of an old friend to find comfort in. Emil visited the local schoolhouse and left a letter to Maria. And Ellis found a woman named Barbara and a new musical instrument to carry around as well. You then all reconvene back at Felicity Simia's house, where you all are now gathering with the household for dinner. The table is full, the hearth is warm, the bowls of food overflowing. The smell is delectable. You know, it smells like kind of like a wine, a beefy wine sauce, simmering potatoes and carrots. A beef
Beefy wine
bourguignon,
sauce.
a beef
Beefy
bourguignon,
wine
if
sauce
you will.
is so good. No, I love that. Hold on. Beefy wine sauce is a great band name, and I call it dibs.
Oh, that should be my new. We've always thought about our new PlayStation names. Beefy.
Oh
wine
yeah,
sauce.
beefy wine sauce is good.
Anyways, Gustav Flint is passing around a basket of fresh biscuits, so it smells like biscuits too. What do you all do?
I dive into that beefy wine sauce.
That beef bourguignon. Everyone say beef bourguignon.
Beef bourguignon.
Bourguignon.
Beef bourguignon.
Thank you, everyone.
What are we doing? What are we talking about?
I feel like we just talked about this at the end of the last episode. Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't we just like circle up and talk about what we want to do next?
Yeah, we did.
And I think Emil was interested in talking to Gustav about finding out how much the people in this room know about what's going on in the town without like giving it away, without like trying to scare anyone. Was what we just discussed.
So we don't mention that name, right?
No, but there's like leads we could follow. The Dreesblood here are being studied, so I was gonna like take that angle, like figuring out why they're giving blood, and why do they trust bears to like study them and things like that.
Who do we start with?
I think Gustav's our best bet. He seems reliable and trustworthy.
Gustav, come look at my new fiddle.
You all are like sitting at the table eating, and do you pull out the fiddle?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he kind of was sort of talking to somebody on one side of the table, and looks over at you, and that's a lovely little fiddle you got there, Ellis. Did you get that from Barbara?
Yeah, Barbara gave it to me. I think it belonged to her son who passed away.
It probably did. That's right. Yeah.
I named it Barbara.
Well, that's lovely, and then you'll always remember her and this town and all that
Forever. Is Gustav Dreesblood?
He is.
I know we've established this. He is.
Yes.
So we've been like asking we've been
Too much wine
okay.
sauce.
It's okay, son. Yeah, I know
sauce.
the beef bourguignon's really hitting hard, you know.
They didn't cook off the wine.
Oh no, Felicity, you didn't see this. She took it off the heat, put it on the table, dumped another bottle of red wine
This
in
is
there.
not a reduction. So we happened to hop into Bear's workshop this afternoon.
Okay, yeah.
Nice feller.
He is, yeah.
Right.
Bear's a very nice guy, yeah.
We were trying to figure out like more info like about Dreesblood and stuff, because he seemed like the best person to kind of talk to, and yeah, he's doing a lot of research, ain't he?
Yeah, he does he does a lot of research. He's kind of able to help people kind of pinpoint a little bit better on a scale as to like where they're at in their progression towards becoming like a full dryad is what we're calling them, and kind of able to tell like, oh, this person might be able to have these kind of abilities, and this person might not have these kind of abilities, things like that.
Yeah, he mentioned he was like he can analyze it like through the. I have no idea if what I'm saying is true or not. Ellis doesn't. Yeah, he mentioned he can kind of like analyze and figure that out through like blood work and stuff.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he takes blood from us, and about I guess every like 6 months or so, or as frequently like whenever you get a little checkup from him, you get some blood taken.
Oh, okay. So it's not like a like a once a week like thing. Y'all are free to kind of just like once a year check in with Bear and give up some of your hemoglobins.
Yeah, definitely at least like once a year. I mean, I probably go twice a year, if not a couple more times. But yeah, at least once a year.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Based on what you know, I didn't realize he could kind of point me and help me figure out how far along I am. Do you have an assessment, like looking at me? And Emil has been like fully Drees blooded out as much as his progression has allowed, I guess. This whole time since they've been here. How far along would you say I am?
Well, I personally couldn't pinpoint anything. I mean, I'm not really sure. You know, as far as like a scale of 1 to 100, and you know, Maria being 100, right? You know, I'd say like Leo here's like a 75, and you remember that Leo's like whole like neck down is covered in bark, and you know, your bark progression's not too far along. I'd say you're probably at a 25 to like 45, something like that.
Okay. Cool.
Gustav, what's like the rough population of Ursa Anore? Like, just like, are we looking at like 10,000 people? Are we looking at like 400?
Probably just under like 1,000 or so.
Okay. Interesting.
Do you know how Bear figures that out? How does he use your blood to figure that out?
I mean, he's kind of done. He's not really a magnifying glass or a microscope kind of guy. Not magnifying glass, microscope kind of guy. He's I mean, this was a long time ago when he first kind of really started looking at my blood, I guess. I remember him kind of burning it, and that it would send up sort of like a steam or like a mist from it, and he would kind of be able to look at it, smell it, kind of examine it that way.
All of it? Like, he would draw blood and then use it right in front of you, the whole thing?
Yeah. He takes like probably a couple vials now, I'd say, and you know, he does the burning thing, and then I guess does maybe more tests in the background and things like that, and I'm not entirely sure.
And every Drees blood in town does this?
I believe so, and Gustav kind of like looks around at the other Drees blood at the table, and they all kind of are like, you know, those that are listening kind of like nod and are like, yeah, you know, at least annually.
Is anyone at the table or that's listening is like, oh yeah, I love giving my blood?
I guess roll an insight.
11.
No one really seems to be like one way or the other about this, and you know, everyone's kind of just like, it is what it is. Like, it's kind of our only like source of medicine, science, that kind of thing.
I also feel we would be remiss not to mention that there's a clear divide in this town between, I mean, like literally the people in this room and other like-minded individuals and those who follow service closely. Is there any tension there? Is it okay?
Well, you know, sometimes I feel like tensions probably have been higher before. I mean, you all had mentioned, I think that you came from Pine Oaks, and
Oak
a lot
Pines,
of those
yep.
folks, you know, they just didn't like the energy anymore, and you know, none of those folks were Drees blood, so they kind of were like, you know, we're not the biggest fans of the service folks, and so we're just gonna kind of head on out. But I mean, yeah, tensions can be higher and stuff, but I mean, overall right now, I mean, maybe it's kind of hard to understand. Maybe you're starting to get it too, Emil, but no matter what's kind of going on in the community, like Drees blood, like we're in a weird way, like these are our siblings and our brothers and sisters and things like that. And so whatever differences we might have, we often kind of just look past them, because at the end of the day we sort of just need each other and have the numbers, and it's nice to know that there's others like us out there.
That is true. There is a comfort and an ease that comes with being here amongst others who look like me, and to see you all living the way you do out in the open like this is it's different for me in a good way.
Yeah, it's definitely different, and I think that's something that a lot of us have had difficult lives before we got to Ursa Anore, and then coming to Ursa Anore, and it's kind of a completely different world where you don't have to work necessarily. You don't have to. Your whims are not directed based on the money you can make, or whether you can keep a roof over your family and things like that. I like baking bread for the community, so I go and I bake bread, and I trade with Johnny Carrot Seed for his carrots and root vegetables, and he gets my bread. And but if Barbara falls ill, I bring her bread to make sure that she's fed, and things like that. And that's been what's really nice about this community, is that we left a lot of the prejudice of the world and the discrimination that we faced based on our appearances, and then kind of made a whole new society up here that's beyond just it's not the same world anymore. It's different. And on top of that, we have each other.
For so long, my whole identity has been tied up in my business and what my business has provided for me and my family, kind of like what you were just saying. And that has become habit. And I think I'm starting to see that I've mistaken habit for identity. And that's I'm reckoning a little bit, if that makes sense at all. Some other information has come to light recently that is making me reanalyze everything I've ever cared about. So this place is transformative. I get why people stay.
It is transformative, and you're not alone in feeling this sort of reckoning. A lot of people kind of come from all walks of life here, and a lot of people kind of go through that. I mean, you've only been here like two days
Mm-hmm.
now or something, so it's expected that you would feel a cultural shift, a jarring feeling potentially. It's different here. We're not driven by money or social rank or high society or anything like that, but it's making sure that we can live.
And you think that's everybody's intention here? There's nothing under the surface? And Gustav, you can trust us. We have done so much good where we've gone. I look at the two of them, I feel like we've helped a lot of people and want to keep helping people. Is there something else going on here? Because it's a little too good to be true.
Roll a persuasion check.
18.
I'm sure you all are nice folk, and I believe in that. You all have fit in here just, very nicely. I'm sure there's other things going on in town. Yeah, of course there is. It is too good and too easy to just say that we're one big happy family, no matter if you follow service or if you don't, or whatever. That's easy to say. I think the thing that kind of maybe is troubling, or I don't know, but is that it just doesn't feel like it's, I guess it's not important to me whether there's other stuff kind of going on or not. And maybe that's, I don't know, ignorance or complacency or whatever, but I'm very content in my life and in the way that I'm living. So in that sense, sure, I keep to myself. Can I guarantee? I told you all that Maria is a nice woman, and I'm sure maybe you've run into both the box by now, but I told you I wasn't sure if I could trust her, and that's still true. Like, we might be brother and sister in Drees blood, but I don't know what her and Dade do behind closed doors. I don't know what the service folk do over there. You know, you're right to be, you brought it up yourselves that, you know, Bear's not just grabbing one vial and burning in front of me, he's grabbing multiple vials. I don't know what he's doing fully behind closed doors, and I tell you what, I don't know what Natasha's doing over there. She's weird, that one. I'll just be real honest with y'all about that. So if there's something else happening here, maybe, sure. I guess I just don't worry myself with it.
Well, we're not trying to stir up any trouble or something like that. It's just we're just in a new place, and we're learning a lot really fast. It's good that you feel the way you feel. It's good that so many people have been able to find a home. I will message Emil, and in Emil's head you will hear, yeah, I think we're talking to the wrong people here, bud.
Can I message back when you message?
Yes.
I'll say, I agree, and I think we need to get closer to the source. These people seem completely out of touch. Not with their identity, with the evil stuff happening.
Unless anybody else has, like, kind of any information they kind of want to gather from this group of people. I think Ellis changes the subject by, like, being like, oh, enough sad talk. Who wants to hear a new song I wrote?
I think, like, the people, like, the rest of the people kind of at the table, like, perk up at this, and, you know, they've all been in sort of side conversations throughout the table, and I think, like, Gustav kind of, like, picks up, you know, his, like, mug of ale and sort of, like, smiles and points it towards you and sits back in his chair, and everyone would love to hear the new song, yeah.
I hop up on the table. I'm like, this one, I wrote this in my head on the walk over here. I have never played it out loud. It's called Run, Run, Loomis. And it's just like my attempt at like a really fast, like, bluegrass song.
Excellent. Roll a performance check.
You know what? I'm not going to use the luck point. It was a natural one. It's my first time playing Barbara. So I just hop on stage and just, like, squawk, 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 squawk.
Yeah, I think, like, I mean, overall you do have musical talent, so it's not, like, the worst thing ever despite the natural one, but I think maybe you're, you know, fumbling over your fingers a little bit, maybe accidentally kick over some ales as you're getting a little distracted trying to fiddle.
Loomis is watching very disapprovingly.
Yeah, I don't know how the magic works, so I'm trying my best to message Ellis in my head and being like, you're overcorrecting. This is awful. Please stop.
Just, like, glaring at him, unable to pass a message. But I think
as I finish the last note, I go, yeah! And I look down, and my like left foot is in a pot of beefy wine sauce. And I'm like, oh. I'm gonna go to my bed. I just embarrassingly, like, run up to my room.
You just hear, like, Felicity, I think I put too much red wine in the beef bourguignon tonight. Maybe that was the problem, don't you think? And everyone's like, yeah, sure, Felicity, that was the problem. Yeah. Yeah, and everyone starts kind of clearing up for dinner and, you know, continuing their chatter and stuff.
Thank you so much for listening to episode 56 of our podcast, This Could Get Dicey. It is an honor. It is a pleasure. It is a joy that you are here with us listening to this story. We hope you're having a great time. If you feel like supporting the show, you can go to our Patreon, patreon.com/TCGDpod. If you don't have the means for that, that's totally cool. Tell a friend about it. Post it on Twitter. Post it on Instagram. I do want to shout out the Patreon subs, Calvin, Alex, David, Cole, and Carl. Thank y'all so much. We have a website, www.tcgdpod.com. We have lore. We have episode recaps. You can learn a little bit about us. You can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at TCGDpod. We always posting stuff. Thank you so much for listening. Again, keep listening, tell a friend, and let's get back to the episode. When I do go up to my room, I do kind of clock that this is a decent exit, as I have maybe a couple minutes alone. And I get up to my room and our room, and I close the door behind me. And I whisper out loud. I go, "Hey, signal boost! Can you hear me? Hey, Noxus! Can you talk to me? Can you talk to me not in my dreams, or can you just fucking talk to me like a normal person?"
Roll a persuasion check. Can't roll below a stupid ass number.
17 plus 11, 28.
Okay. I imagine you've kind of run up the stairs and you've put your back against the door to kind of block it for a second, and then from under the bed rolls Nanoxus. Hello, Alice. Yes. I can speak to you whenever you want. Yes.
Sorry, bud. I know you're probably busy, convincing a dog to jump off of a building or something.
Why would I do that? No, Alice.
I don't know, tricks and pranks and stuff.
A dog.
Or a dog crab man or something. I don't know. Anyway.
Yes, that's better. Yes.
Hey, I found out the answer to my question, and I didn't need your help.
What was the question, Alice?
I wanted to know who Atorum was.
Alice, please stop saying that name. Yes.
I heard you scream when it was first mentioned.
Yes. Yes, Alice. Think. Alice, why would I scream?
Because you don't like a bad person.
God,
for sure.
Yes.
Someone that even you're afraid of.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I
was scared. I'll be honest, Alice. I was scared, yes. When someone learns the name of him, it gives him more power, yes. That's how the gods work here. The more people know, yes. The more people praise him, yes, or fear him. The more people that know about them in their little noggins, yes. The stronger he is, yes.
Yeah, well, I don't know how much you were listening on that conversation, but, boy howdy, are there some people trying to make him stronger?
Yes, I was listening intently after the name was said, and I started peering around this little town. I told you there were secrets, yes?
Yeah, I think we found it. The secret.
Speak it.
Oh, I thought you... Oh, no, I guess
I was, but then. Speak it out loud, Alice. I'm always watching when I want to watch, yes.
But they're using Drace... They're using Drace blood to power those obelisky dais thingies to give
yes.
What okay, it's gonna be hard to refer to a Torum without saying a Torum, and I know you don't like me saying a Torum.
God, Alice.
Alice.
What
do you want me to say it?
Silence, Alice. God, he just...
What if we just call him that feller?
Well, that's good, yes. That feller's better than his name, yes. God,
I'm just excited.
He just grew in power like 5x, yes.
Multiplier, combo breaker.
Yes. There's plant here, yes, being fed into the obelisk thingy, yes.
Yeah, so like right now we're just trying to figure out like kind of this is like the general gist of everything. We obviously don't want this like we kind of talked about destroying the obelisk. But man, I'm not gonna lie to you. We might be a bit over our heads for that one. This whole town is filled with service followers, and turns out service is in service to that feller.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Well, Alice, to me it's clear, yes. The plant should be destroyed, yes.
Yeah, but the problem is that this isn't the plant. There are like I don't think this is like the source. What we learned is that there's probably different obelisks like this set up all over the continent. Like who knows how many different little factions there are set up. There's probably one in Mistfall that was right up under our noses the whole time, probably.
That is potential, yes. I suppose part of your task now, yes, would be to find all of these little things, pedestals, yes?
Yes, but I guess that's not like the main reason why I wanted to really talk to you.
Yes.
So the last time we talked, we kind of made a deal that if I gave you info, you would give me info. But the problem is that the info that I wanted, I found out myself.
Yes.
So I just wanted to let you know that I am, and just specifically in terms of this deal, am now kind of rethinking. I have to think of something else I want now. It's only fair, right?
Yes, that is fair, Alice. Sure, Alice. Think of what else you might want, yes.
Cool. I just wanted to run that by you. Were you underneath the bed like the whole time, or was that just like a funny bit you did?
That was a funny bit, yes. I'm thinking, Alice, that you, yes, should destroy the plant here, yes?
I mean, I'm thinking that that's not a bad idea, but also I don't want... The plant is in the basement of, like, the leaders of the town's house that most of the town look up to in reverie and respect, and if there is a super high % chance that, sure, we can easily march in there and destroy the plant. We're not making it out of here. And then... who's going to destroy the rest of the plants? I think specifically what you wanted me to do in the deal was to just gather information. And don't get me wrong, we're on the same train of thought here. The plant should be destroyed. I'm going to have to talk with the team to figure out if now is the time to do it.
And tell me more about these leaders, yes?
Oh, Dade and Maria, they're pretty nice. I mean, that's the tough part. They seem nice, but when I find out that they're like working for a god that's working for another god that apparently all the other gods are afraid of and fought a big war against or whatever, how nice can you be? I don't know.
You learned of my champion, yes, Alice?
I did learn of your champion. Look at you. What happened to him? Did he die?
Oh, we can discuss them more in detail, yes, but later, yes. You notice that my champion fought alongside other champions, yes? Fought alongside the three goddesses' armies, yes?
Yeah, a little co-op team up there.
Yes. The gods as you said, are fearful of that feller, yes.
Yes.
Yes, there's layers to that, yes. We got, like, you all running around the world, yes.
I would hope so.
It's fun, yes, it's fun. You get to spread our good words, yes. You don't really have to, though, yes. But you also give us power, yes?
Yes. That's why you don't want me doing the combo multiplier.
Oh, correct, yes. But you can do combo multiplier for us, yes. For me, yes. You see, the gods fear for you all, yes. We fear for us all, too, though, yes.
Because it seems like if that feller was in charge, y'all wouldn't be around, huh?
Correct, yes. Potentially, yes. Lingering, right. And if, say, these plants keep growing, yes, and there's more of them, yes, then we might need more help, yes. And right now, you seem to have it under control to an extent, yes. I'm playing a fine line here, Alice. I don't really want to work with the three goddesses, yes. They're annoying, I don't know. They're just them, yes.
They seem a little goody two-shoes for your...
Yes, exactly, Alice. They don't like the demon thing, I don't know. Yes. They... It's fine. They don't like me, yes. But I don't like that feller. So we all kind of come together for this, yes. I'm babbling, Alice. The point is, this plant needs to die, yes. And if those two are leaders here for that feller in some way, or are helping him, yes, then they should probably also perish, yes.
Yeah, I think, I don't want to be a little too, like, forward here, because I'm pretty sure you can, like, probably snap your fingers and kill me or whatever, but, like, I think you're thinking too short term here. Like, we could, the three of us could, in killing Maria and Dade and destroying this plant, we could unravel this whole town. We could have a whole entire town crashing down on top of us. And if I can't get out of there and I die, I don't think I'm much help to you after that. Again, I want to reiterate, I want this plant gone. I don't want that feller to be getting any stronger. I'm just not going to lie. I kind of just want to be a little bit more tactful about this than being just bold and brash.
Roll a persuasion check.
A 25.
Yes, Alice, I hear what you're saying, yes.
Can I propose a different sort of strategy?
Yes.
Now, the problem is that I guess we just don't necessarily know, like, time, right? That's kind of what we're doing right now, right? We're trying to figure out a timeline. Like, how far are they along? How is this a week's game? Is it a year's game? A month's game? I'm almost thinking that the three of us gather whatever information we need to gather, and then we wave goodbye to this town. Bye-bye, town. Two options here. One, I got a really pissed off lady outside of town that would want nothing more than to come in here and completely fuck shit up. We can wave bye, send her in here. Hopefully she destroys the plant. If she dies in the process, womp womp. But also, if we leave, that's our alibi. We left. We have a little teleporter box. Once we get more information on, where other locations of plants here, we can come back here later. Silently try to do a stealth mission. I mean, we got Loomis, Vampire King. I have my sneaky, invisible, mask of many faces ways, and Emil can, dig himself into the dirt and wait for us or something. But, like, I think that kind of should be our plan. I kind of want to send homegirl outside in here and see if she can do it for us. I mean, hey, that would be a kind of per you. That would be kind of funny, wouldn't it be?
That one's complicated, Alice. That gets into godly politics of me knowingly sending Siloria's champion.
Oh, shit, that's true, huh? Siloria would probably be really bad. But, okay, hold on. All that shit, you would know. But what if I did? Would you get in trouble?
I don't know. But I like you. This direction's not bad, yes. I need something of you, Alice. Figure out somehow. I don't care how, yes. Are these leaders of this town pawns or bishops or king and queen, so to speak, yes? You know, if they're pawns of service and therefore even lesser soul beings to that feller, yes, then, you know, they can live or something, I don't know, yes. If they're bishops, if they're kings and queens and higher up in the ladder, yes, then they should die, yes.
I see where you're at. Again,
not necessarily now, no, yes, but it would be good to know, yes.
No, for sure. Yeah, it'd be good to know if, like, are they really in servitude to service, or is it kind of like a mask? Are they really, like, truly? I mean, they kind of really are in servitude to the feller, but, like, is this whole service thing like a weird, like, psyop, brainwashy, like, thing? Okay, yeah, I mean, we're probably going to talk to them at least, hopefully. I don't know. It's kind of up to Emil if we're going to talk to them before we leave. But yeah, I'll try to gather more info on them.
Yes, then maybe there's more info to be found in town, yes. But, we go with your plan for now, Alice. But I want to see that feller suffer soon. Yes.
For sure. I also want to make it clear that I'm trying to act kind of stupid when talking to Nanoxis. Not that Ellis, like, knows this for sure. I think Ellis just assumes, like, oh, like, I feel like Nanoxis is a bit on the back ropes when it comes to this guy. So, like, that alone is just, like, a little bit of leverage. So he's kind of trying to play dumb a little bit. Whether or not that's working is kind of, you know,
okay,
unbeknownst to him. Okay, cool. Well, I guess that's it. Just kind of wanted to, you know, check it. We kind of said we'd check in with each other more often. So I just wanted to check in with you.
Yes, Alice, you can call upon me like that. I cannot guarantee that I'll always answer yes, but when I can, I will be there for you, my little featherling. Yes.
Oh.
Hey, I'm not going to lie. Totally didn't like that. I'm going to go back downstairs.
Is fledgling better? Yes. Little wing, yes.
I imagine this whole time I've just been, like, standing over Nanoxis as he's been, like, lying prone, like, on the side of my bed that he rolled out of. I'm like, you can roll back under the bed now.
What about Downy Feather? Yes.
I'm gonna go back downstairs.
Little cuddling.
Yeah. Bye, bud. And I just turn around and I leave.
You just, like, hear, like, you can't tell if it's coming from the room anymore or in your head as he kind of just, like, fades away in the whisperings of, like, different nicknames as you head back downstairs.
As Alice went away for this moment, I'll help do a little bit of cleanup, but then I'll also, like, look at Loomis and say, hey, do you want to take a walk with me?
I guess.
I mean, like, get away from all these people?
Yeah, sure.
And I'll, like, go to leave the house.
Okay. Loomis will follow.
Okay. Yeah, you all can leave the house, yeah.
I, just wanted to check in. You've been pretty quiet today since finding out. How are you feeling?
Not well.
Oh? You just found out you're a general. It's like a promotion.
Not really. Would you be ecstatic to be a general in probably the worst army
Yeah, I mean, they lost like super hard, and it's taken them 1,000 years to rebuild. Yeah, no, I wouldn't want to be a general in that army. You're right. But that being said, I guess I'm lying. I don't really just want to check in. I also want to put a little bug in your ear.
Okay.
There's a lot of information in this town for us to find still, and I'm starting to see that we're not going to get there by just talking to people. I mean, tonight, the dinner tonight, useless. Gustav, almost completely useless. Wouldn't you agree?
I mean, I feel like it led us to a more clear path of who to talk to.
Yeah, that's true. But those people that we need to talk to, the Bucks, and I think for you, Natasha, as uncomfortable as that might be.
Absolutely. I need to talk to her.
I think talking to them is good. I also think we might need to start taking a little more risk. And I'll look around to make sure no one's around us, I guess. No one's listening in on this.
Sure, roll a perception check.
Can I do as well as he says, more of a risk?
10 total for me.
You said perception?
Yes.
8.
From what you could tell, everyone seems to be in their having dinner in their homes, and no one seems to be watching you all.
I'll just subtly pull out the disguise mask and just hand it to Loomis. It's I think it's time we start putting ourselves really out there in some risky situations. If we're gonna play this politics game and try and get in with these important people, I think it's time to test out maybe Venzor's villagers a little bit. Do a little beta testing of disguising ourselves as important people.
Okay, who are you thinking of becoming?
I mean, I don't know. If you get Natasha one-on-one, outside of the lab, outside of the, her books, maybe one of Ellis or I could disguise ourselves as Natasha and talk to Bear, and that might lead to something. Or if I could disguise myself as my mom and talk to Dade, or etc. There are plays to be made here, and I think we just need to be willing to take the risk.
No, I definitely like where your head's at.
But when you do get to talk to Natasha, which I think needs to happen before we take too big of a swing, what are you trying to find out? I'd love to strategize with you.
That's a great question. The biggest question is, and I feel like I've mentioned this before, or sorry if I've just thought about it, I want to know how far they are to contacting or being with, talking to this god.
Yeah, that's number one, I think.
But that's definitely not the first question.
Okay. Yeah, it's hard to start with that, even though I think it is the most important piece of information we could get.
Yeah, where my head's at is, it seems like Natasha really got excited just learning about me, what I did post when I was this person. So kind of smoozing her, giving her information, and then, gaining her trust as best as I can to where she doesn't seem the smartest. She seems very knowledge hungry and would just be willing to give up stuff to learn more stuff, if that makes sense.
I think that's a great place for your head to be, and I wouldn't be worried about giving up too much, because if things are as bad as they seem, she's going to have to die.
Yeah.
And I feel awful saying that, because the other side of this is that this is a flourishing community, and I'm sure she plays no small part of that, but there's no way we can let someone like that get away with it, right?
No, I definitely don't think so.
And I don't want to insult you when I say this, but the other thing I was thinking about was why you, not you, Loomis, why Avondale what is it about Avondale that was so important that you had to be brought back in this state? Or is it coincidence that you were brought back as a vampire? What is it that you must play some bigger piece in this? Do you understand? Like, you probably have some pivotal role in whatever's going on. Otherwise, why would you be here?
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, that's going to be most important question number 2. Like, what is my role? What was my role in this? I mean, it seems like there was a lot of people in play that have mysteriously, I don't want to say vanished, but they don't have a gravesite, I guess. So I fear that maybe I'm not the only one.
That's one of the scariest parts of what we learned today, actually, is that there are almost certainly others like you out there, sleeper cells walking around, just generals to this crazy god. Who knows where they are, if they're aware.
Who knows? Maybe I've met them already. Just neither of us knew.
Fuck. With all of that, we've got to start taking some risks. You know, as comfortable as this place is,
it's pretty boring. Other than the information that we've gathered, but
it's boring except for the god sleeping beneath us. I think with all that on the line, it's time to start taking some bigger swings.
Absolutely, I do agree. I feel like I definitely like the plan of me talking to Natasha. Maybe the two of you start out in the room, have an alibi. I distract her. Y'all find other information out.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Natasha might be interested in going somewhere with you one-on-one. I don't know.
Why do you say it like that?
Well, she's fascinated by you. I think you could probably convince her to go somewhere, and then if Natasha's away with you reliably, then we could come in as Natasha and talk to Bear, you know?
Do you remember if there was another exit in Bear and Natasha's establishment?
Yeah, I don't know. Door? What was the layout?
There was probably a back door, sure. Yeah. I mean, it's like a house that's been sort of turned into like a lab / study sort of situation, so there's probably some sort of like alley entrance or back door that leads into like a backyard sort of area.
I think we can make it happen, and then if we don't get caught there and shit doesn't go bad there, we might have to do the same with the box to figure out how far along they are. I have to say, I'm kind of grateful that all of this is going down. To put things in perspective, your problems are so much bigger than mine right now.
I mean, I could say the same about your situation. Familial matters isn't fun either.
Yeah, but at least I have what I have. Whatever you had before 226 years ago was stolen from you.
Fair.
Anyway, I'm not trying to outsuffer. That's not what I'm trying to do. I wanted to make sure your head was clear on what needs to happen next, despite all the shitty things that we found out today.
No, it's clear considering everything that's been going on. I had a nice talk with myself, I guess. Cleared things up.
Say more about that. That's interesting. What do you mean by that?
I meditated, thought about the situation, got some clarity.
But when you meditate, you talk to yourself?
Sometimes. Do you not have a voice in your head sometimes?
I have a ledger. Opportunity cost. No, it's I'm balancing out what's worth it, what's a worthwhile risk, what's a not worthwhile risk. That's how I think.
Oh, I guess I have a little voice in my head.
Whose voice is it?
Sometimes it's mine, sometimes it's people I've met along my journey.
Is it ever mine?
No.
Oh man, my ego just got in the way of something important, I think. You were gonna say something really good, I think. Damn. Okay, maybe someday it'll be mine.
I doubt it.
All right, we should probably head back before Ellis's snores get too loud for us to sleep.
And we're conveniently right outside the door when Alice walks out.
I think I run to catch up to y'all. I go, perfect. We're alone. Do y'all have a plan? I have some plans.
Yeah, we've got some plans.
I went upstairs and I talked to Nonoxus for a second, kind of filled him in. Nonoxus wants us to get rid of the plant like ASAP. And while yes, that seems smart, that puts such a big target on the three of our backs. And I want to figure out a way to do that without us doing it. Now, I mentioned sending in, oh Lord, it's only been 2 days. What's her name?
Helena.
She's outside. Helena. I mentioned, I was like, what if we leave, wash our hands of the situation, and then we send in Helena? And he was like, well, I don't want to piss off Siloria by sending in Siloria's champion and stuff like that. I was like, that makes sense. But, hey, you know what I just fucking remembered?
What?
We are members of the Court of Outlaws. We have resources. So we could potentially, like, leave this town, wash our hands of this shit, go meet back up with the court. They can send another team in here that's not us, and maybe they could potentially take care of it.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Fuck. What? Hold on. Wait, you saying that? Hold on. Wait. Oh, my God. At the ball, we were trying to find out who the Court of Outlaws benefactor was, right? And that benefactor had a particular interest in the robots who were powered by this plant. I mean, yeah, we could use the Court of Outlaws resources. Also, I mean, what if we slipped this information to that benefactor? Like, hey, there's more of that plant here, if you're looking for it, and do
Start like a proxy war.
Yeah, exactly. Then our hands are completely clean. I don't, but or maybe they're in league together already. I don't know.
Yeah, what if they're already working together?
It's just an option.
I want to do some like stealth stuff. I want to use my Mask of Many Faces stuff to like
me too.
sneak around.
I think so too. Me too. I take my mask back from Loomis. I have one too. I want to use it.
So we do have to remember that the problem with the Mask of Many Faces is that like we kind of have to be like similar in body shape. Now, since we've gotten to this town, I've been keeping logs on everybody's race, and really, the only people that I think that I could confidently change into is Dandelion, who's a human, but I don't think Dandelion's gonna help in any situation. Dandelion is just like a nice person, but Dade is an elf. I'm a half elf.
I mean,
so if we ever,
I could turn into my mom.
You could turn into your mom. we could be married.
You and I could. That's what I'm saying. You and I could be Maria and Dade. I was just saying this to Loomis. It's time to like, fucking, hit the gas pedal, and start doing some stuff. And this could be a good move if you and I played the box. Maybe we could use Helena as a distraction to get the box out of town. I don't know. I feel like we could have a lot of sway.
I guess we just have to figure out, like, I basically, like, Nonoxus was like, you should kill the plant, and I was just like, yes, but we should kill the plant later. I think I bought us some time. Like, what I don't want to do is to bring this fucking town crashing down around us.
I don't either, but we're pretty capable. I think we can finesse this without anyone catching on to us, and us getting what we need to pass it on to whoever we pass it on to. Elizabeth, Court of Outlaws, whoever.
Okay, so we have like that plan that like you and me could potentially turn into the leaders of this town, but like how do we apply it? Like what do we do with that ability?
I don't know.
Like I guess like what's our next goal? Like what?
Well,
who do we want to get information from next?
I mean, Dane and Maria are good ones to get information from, but Loomis needs to talk to Natasha.
Yeah. Would it be beneficial to talk to Bear more candidly if y'all are gonna be Dade and Maria.
Yeah, we could talk to Bear as Dade and Maria. I could talk to Bear as myself and go through his testing, just to see what that's all about. I've done it before, with the Citrine delegation. I don't mind doing it again.
I mean, do we need, like, a distraction to get Natasha to talk I think Natasha wants to talk to Loomis. Like, I don't think we need to, like...
No,
Yeah, Loomis...
that would be the distraction for whatever y'all two would be up to.
Yeah, 2 birds with 1 stone. Sorry, Denoxus, no offense.
He's not here.
I thought you said he was kind of, like, always here.
He does, like, it's only when we're talking about stuff that he, like, cares about.
So, would he care about if I was, like... saying I'm a little uncomfortable that we have a 4th team member that only one of us can talk to.
I mean, I'm uncomfortable with it too, but I'm trying to work an angle right now. I love it. I love that. I've been trying to get him to tell me the name of this big bad evil god. Apparently we're not supposed to say his name because every time we say his name we give him more power. Which boo!
Every time? That sucks.
I know. I said it like 6 times in front of him and he got really mad. God, what the fuck was I just saying? Anyway, no, yeah. I was trying to, like, get him to tell me the name. And, like, I made, like, a deal with him, but then I figured out by myself. So, I gotta think of something else for him. But no, I think if we want to get more info from Bear, I mean, you could go straight Emil and be like, run me through the tests. Because, hold on, this is what I wanted to check back on. I think the information that we gathered here tonight, there's no fucking way. If these fucking people are showing up to Bear once a year for a couple vials of blood, there's only like 1,000 people in this town. That's like not enough blood. There has to be like willing donations happening. Like,
I mean, yeah, there are Drees blood in services following, so I'm sure that they are willingly giving it, but also, we don't know. We don't know how much this requires or how potent Drees blood is. I mean, the collector was studying them for a reason. There's got to be something going on.
So I guess tomorrow we head back to Bear and Natasha's and you and me pretend to be lovebirds and Loomis can go have a conversation with Natasha?
I actually think we should go for that plan first.
I think we'll get some more info out of Bear. Like we could be like, how's the progress coming? Like, any big news and updates? Like,
what do you think of the new guys in town? Pretty entrepreneurial. Yeah.
That one guy's so cute.
Great at the fiddle.
So good. He never embarrasses himself. Okay, I like that.
And Loomis, you feel good trying to get Natasha out of the building so we can do that with less people around?
Yeah, I'll try my hardest. I'm not very charismatic.
Nor am I.
I am. I imagine if I walk in there as Dade and I'm like, I need the room with Bear. Natasha, why don't you and Loomis take a walk? That way we're inside and, there are no witnesses and alibis to whatever. I mean, we're not going to fucking kill Bear. I hope not. But then after, should we go try to talk to Dade and Dade and Maria again? I mean, Emil, that's kind of in your court.
I would like to at least once more before we leave. Assuming that our first plan doesn't go awry, I would like to check back in. I mean, I'm sure there's something else we can glean there.
Because I was wondering if, and this sucks, this feels kind of shitty, but like, if you and your mom were able to talk one-on-one, you'd be able to hopefully reconcile some things, but also find out some info.
Yeah. I've already laid the groundwork for that. But also earnestly, I see why she stayed. I mean, like, look at this place. This place is pretty amazing. I see what you're saying, Ellis. I get it. I'm just in too deep to want to ever stay here. But I get it. So I do want to talk to her. But also, there's got to be something else she can offer us that will help in this whole Atorum business.
I mean, I know this. I bring this up with great hesitancy, but it's been a day of crazy, kind of bad, scary news. Something I want you to think about, Emil. Like, if Atorum is like really this scary, big, evil, gonna kill us all god, his supporters, if not now, sometime in the probably near fucking future, they're gonna be standing in our way.
And they will have to reckon with us, change their mind, or fall. I mean, those are the options. And I'm okay with that. I don't owe her anything. Especially if she's not trying to create a world that's going to be better for her grandchildren. In fact, the opposite. So, I'm okay with that.
Cool. Internally, Ellis breathes like the craziest sigh of relief. Hearing Emil say that. Oh, really quick. Nanoxus did want us to find out, like, kind of where Maria and Dade are, like, I guess, like, in the ranking system? Like,
Yeah.
how high are they in the service of service? Are they really in service of service? Are they really secretly just in service to the bad guy?
I think I can get there. And you know what? Now that you're saying that, maybe it'd be better to visit Maria and Dade first, so we can kind of go into our meeting with Bear with a little more information.
Smart, yeah. I like that.
A little more
Because
credibility.
We also have to start thinking about an exit strategy too, because like if the whole Bear thing fucks up, we might have to Alarin our way out of here.
Yeah, I mean, we have the best exit strategy in a prototype teleportation box. I don't know where it'll take us, but it'll be away from here.
Yeah.
The only
at least it'll be away from
unfortunate,
here.
the unfortunate thing about that would be that Helena has my sending stone, so we'd be down one sending stone.
I'll buy us another one.
But that's fine.
Okay, cool. Okay, I like this. We have some plans for tomorrow.
Yeah, let's get some rest. Let's not let our guard down. We've been here a day. We've made an impression, I would say. So, let's keep that fourth bed filled, and just make sure we're on our toes.
Oh, also, just want to, as we're walking back, Nanoxus rolled out from under your bed, Emil. You might want to check underneath there before you sleep.
Come on.
Anyway, let's go back inside.
All right.
You all head back inside to Felicity's home. You head down to back down to your room and get ready for bed and take a long rest. And we will stop there for tonight and start back up again next session with you all taking on your third day in Ursa Anore.
As level 8.
Let's bring this town down as level 8.
Right? Am I right?
No, I doubt it.
Damn.
We've done so much RPing. We deserve
We
a
haven't
level
fought.
8.
We haven't fought fucking anything.
We killed a dragon.
You leveled up after the dragon. No,
We leveled up
you leveled
after-
up after
no.
the Wendigo.
The Wendigo.
After the Wendigo.
We fought a dragon,
Which was-
Becky.
Which was
We
which
fought
was
a
what,
We
fucking
killed
4 days ago.
The RP game.
Killed some skeletons. We killed this RP, Destiny. You're absolutely
You're doing
right.
great
That's
on the RP. I thought about it. I did. But no.
Damn it. We didn't say the key word we needed to level up.
Please.
And this has been This Could Get Dicey.
I swear, if we don't level up or punch something soon, I'm gonna riot. You know this deal. Find us on Instagram and TikTok and all the things at TCGD Pod. And stay tuned for our next episode coming out July 24th.